Welcome to this week's Coach's Corner. Swipe in, guys. Good afternoon. Happy Wednesday. Hello, Hells.
Hello, Jade.
Nice to see you. Nice to always see your beautiful smiley face. Guys, swipe in. Let us know you're here. Say hi to Hailey, the incredible, beautiful, inspiring, awesome Hailey. Coach Hailey in the house. I am very excited about this Coach's Corner because I just think Hailey's just an absolute legend. And it's just so awesome to be able to share this next half an hour with you.
I'm happy to be here. It's super cool. Loving it.
Awesome. Hells, let's wait for a few people to join us. We've only been on for about 30 seconds, so let's give people a chance to say how's it, and then we can kick off in about 2 minutes. So while we're waiting, Hells, why don't you tell us a little bit about why Jeff? Why were you interested in working at Jeff? We can start off with that. Ease you into it.
Okay, let's ease into it. I think certainly from my side, as you know, or most people would know, my history has always been corporate, but I've always loved eating healthy, training hard, and really just living a good lifestyle. So I thought, when I moved to Cape Town, there's so many people that ask me so many questions on a daily basis. Am I eating right? Am I training right? And I thought, what better way to share the love than to become a coach and to help people and guide them and really just show them the way. So when the opportunity arose to work for Jeff, I was just delighted, more than excited to join the team and be able to share the love and to share the inspiration and to help ladies that, like with me so many years ago, you don't always know where to start. You stuck. You see there's so much information out there, but you don't know which is the truth, which is the right information. So to have someone to guide you, I thought I would have loved that when I started my journey of healthy living. It would have been like the best thing ever. And I remember at a time in Joburg, I did actually have someone that was almost like my coach. And I learned so much from that person. It was like all the questions that I had, and that person just kind of got me on the right track. And I thought, if she had such an impact on my life, why don't I offer that to other people? And that's kind of where it all started.
Amazing, Hales. Sure, the people are streaming in here now. Before we dive a little bit deeper into what you're saying, Daleen says, hi, ladies. Happy
Hello.
Wednesday. Sharon Hurst is in the house. Hello. She says, hi, Jade and Hales. Wilma says, hi, ladies. Candace is with us, the amazing Candace. Thank you so much, Cand. What a beauty. And Karen, I'm not sure how I'm pronouncing that. I hope it's okay with the pronunciation. She says, hi, lovely ladies. Nice to see you again, Hailey. So, thank you so much, guys. Just keep coming in. Keep saying, how's it? The more, the merrier. Guys, if you've got any questions for Coach Hailey, please pop them in the comments and we'll do our best to ask Hailey those questions live. If we run out of time, we don't get to all your questions, between Hales and I'll tag Hailey if she misses one, and we can get Hales to answer you guys in the comments directly. Sarah Wilson, she says, hi, ladies. And Kelly Mickey, she says, hi, Coach. Awesome. So, Hales, I think then just to follow on what you've just said now, that healthy living and all of that is just part of who you are. And coming to Cape Town, it's really sort of, you've immersed yourself into it. I mean, now you're a coach, a fully fledged coach, having come from a place where you actually weren't in the fitness and health space always. You've been in corporate, you've worked in corporate most of your life. So what I think everyone wants to know is, have you always looked so bloody fabulous? Have you always been in such tip-top shape? Or is there more of a journey there? Maybe you can just share a little bit more about your own personal health and fitness journey.
Yeah, I think I really hate to say, but I don't think I have looked like this all the time. But certainly it's been a journey. Like the fitness journey it started in my 20s. I'll never forget, I wanted to sign up with a gym. And at the time, you weren't allowed to sign up. I think I was maybe under the age, I was 18. And I had to ask my mom to give me surety to sign for the gym. And my mom was not having it. She was like, nope, I'm not going to sign surety for you to go to gym. So I was like, okay. I remember this point, this moment clear in my mind this day. I had to ask my dad to sign surety for me to join Virgin Active. And that's where my kind of fitness journey started all those years back. And yeah, it was really just, I've always loved training. I've always loved being active, but it really started after the age of 18. I wasn't the most when I was young, I'm not going to lie. But from joining Virgin Active and just training for many years. And then I think after I had my children, I kind of decided, I've had my children, now I would really like to change my training. And that's where I properly changed the style of training that I was doing. And I signed up with a personal trainer. And he had such an impact on my training that's where the whole proper fitness and nutrition and everything kind of just fell into place and started changing me. And
amazing.
Then Cape Town and gave up my corporate job. And that's where I decided, right, so I'm going to study nutrition and I'm going to study to become a personal trainer, because exactly what a personal trainer gave me, I want to be able to give back. And that's where it all started.
Sure. I've literally, as Hales is talking now, I've just got goosebumps running up and down my body, because that's what makes you such an incredible coach, Hales, is that you've been on your own journey. And exactly that. This is the kind of industry where you have to be in the business of helping others and giving back. I couldn't have said it better. That was beautiful, 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 beautiful. So you studied your nutrition, your personal training, and you haven't looked back since. And just absolutely loving it.
Absolutely love it. I really, really do. I mean, I think that training has kind of cemented the habits that I have and made me push harder, because there's nothing easy about training. You have to give it absolutely everything you've got to get the results. So there's no giving up. And I think with me as well, I'm very much like it's all or nothing. So people will laugh, but my alarm goes off at 4 o'clock every morning. Every morning I'm awake at 4 and I train at 5. And that's always been my time to train with the children, because I've said I don't want anything to get in the way of my training. It's a big part of my life. And that's why I do train at the time I do in the morning. And so it's kind of helped me with creating good habits and being disciplined and all those good things.
Amazing, 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 amazing. I love it. Now, you've mentioned a few times that you are a mum. So maybe tell us a little bit more about the kids. How many? Who are they? Share a little bit more about that.
Okay, so I have a little lady who is 11 years old, and her name is Elika. And then I have a son who is 8 years old, and his name is Ryden. Both of their names come from PlayStation games, because my husband is very much a PlayStation fan. So we got their names from PlayStation games, but they are beautiful names. They are my
beautiful names.
Love my kids. So even when I decided to become a mom, I always said that I wanted to be healthy so that I could live a long life with them and be healthy for them, because that's when things kind of change. You're no longer just thinking about yourself. You've got 2 little people to think about. So living a healthy life is going to be beneficial to them as well. And I want to be a cool granny as well. I want to be around when they've got their own kids.
I have no doubt that you'll be the coolest granny in the hood, still sporting a 6-pack and absolutely rocking it. Absolutely. Sure, there's so many questions and comments coming in. Someone says here, hi, Jade and Coach Hailey. So lucky to have you as my coach. You are an inspiration to us all. Oh, Hales.
Thank you.
No surprise there, though, because that's exactly who you are. Sorry, I'm just trying to find all these comments. Goodness gracious. Everyone's just saying hello. Adele de Silva says, hi, ladies. She says, it's so good to hear how the different journeys of different coaches have started. Because, we all come from a different place. So that's awesome to hear your journey and how you fell in love with fitness and health and your own fitness and health journey, and then moved that into sort of, from a passion into a career. I mean, how many of us can say that we live and breathe and work our passion every single day? So that's pretty awesome. Someone says here, I used to buy chai latte sugar-free from Hailey. She makes the best.
Ah, nice. Where that's something I can say. If there's a recipe that I need to find a way to make it sugar-free and as healthy as possible, that's exactly what I do.
On behalf of everybody in the community, when you do find that recipe, please share it. Someone has just asked you, Coach Hales, just following on what you said about waking up at 4 a.m. So you're part of the, as Robin Sharma would say, you're part of that 5 a.m. club, waking up so early. What time, this person wants to know, what time do you go to bed in the evenings for you to wake up at 4 o'clock?
So generally, my kids, I try and get them into bed by, like, say, 7:30, and so that they're asleep by 8. And then my sleeping time is between 9 and 9:30 in the evenings.
Okay.
I never really push it past 10 o'clock because sleep is just as important as training and eating well. So good amounts of sleep daily is definitely needed. So I never sacrifice my sleep. And I'm really, like, I put my head down and I'm out. I don't even need to count to 10 and I'm asleep. And that's because I've worked good, had a good day and trained hard. So my body's tired and it needs the rest.
Absolutely. Sure. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, Hales, tell us a little bit about what it's like living in Cape Town because you're originally from Joburg, hey?
Yes, yeah.
Yes. What is it like living the Cape Town lifestyle? And are you taking advantage of the outdoors? Are you being quite active in that sense? And like, how do you keep your family active and healthy with you?
So living in Cape Town is amazing. I've got to say that when I lived in Joburg, I never ever did any road running because I was a little bit, nervous and didn't have too many people that I could run with. But certainly moving to Cape Town, also because I was in a different space. I wasn't in the corporate world. I met so many people, joined a running club, started running my first 5 kilometers, my first 10K, my first half marathon. And that really is all happened since moving to Cape Town. I never used to run in Joburg. So I've really embraced like this amazing lifestyle in Cape Town. I live maybe 2 minutes away from the beach. So it takes me, I'm literally 1 kilometer from a beautiful beach. So we often take the kids to the beach. My son does boogie boarding with my husband. We take the dog for walks to the beach. So it really is, Cape Town is an amazing place to embrace like an outdoors kind of lifestyle in terms of training, which I love. I really, really do love it.
And what is your hubby's name, by the way? I don't think I know that.
Husband's name is Delon.
Delon. How does Delon feel about your other relationship with another called Jeff? Does he want to know more about this Jeff character?
Yes. Well, initially he was like, "Who is this? Who is Jeff?" But he's really happy that he can see that I love what I do, because for me it's not about what you do, it's about loving what you do. And I've always firmly believed in that. So he's very happy that I'm in a good space, inspiring women. I share so many stories with him, and I think he can just see like the happiness that comes with it. So yeah, we're all happy.
Amazing. Hales, now tell us a little bit more about what are your sort of cravings? So like when you are really wanting something that is a little bit outside the usual in terms of food and treats and things, what besides these chai lattes, clearly, besides the chai latte, what is your absolute weakness where you just like, you don't care what day it is, if it's on your radar, you are coming for it, eagle eye?
So if there is, I think, and anyone who knows me, like my parents and my best friends, if there's a Toblerone chocolate in my cupboard, it is not going to go past 5 minutes of being in the cupboard.
I love it.
Down, my absolute best thing in the world in terms of the treats. Love Toblerone.
Amazing. And so and brand loyal, hey, Toblerone or nothing else, all the other stuff you can kind of look past.
Yes, but if there's a Toblerone, is not going to last more than 5 minutes in my cupboard, without a doubt.
I love it. Oh gosh, someone has actually said here, do you have a guilty pleasure and how do you manage cravings? So I guess we've answered the first half of that question. So that is your guilty pleasure, chai lattes and Toblerone chocolate. But then second part of that, how do you manage your cravings? How do you keep that to not completely spiral out of control?
Yeah. So it's quite tricky, because I think as women, we all have our cravings and we all have those things that we kind of want to delve into. But for me, certainly, I've always believed in an 80-20 balance. So I've always believed that if you follow the 80% rule, where you eat like on point 80% of the time. On that 20%, you can let your hair down a bit. And I've always believed in that. And I think that's why the Jeff program is so amazing to me, because it's almost exactly mirrored. Your 1.5 days are the days that if I want to have a Toblerone and I want to have a little bit, I'm going to have. I'm not going to lie. I have my guilty pleasures, but they really are kept clean. They on the 1.5 days or in that 20%. But then there are days where you want a treat, and that happens to the best of us. And I try not to give into those cravings frequently. I will always opt for a sweeter cup of tea, maybe a cup of rooibos with some stevia, and rather opt for things like that, because I don't like to go off track during the week. I kind of want to keep my 80% good. But it's not to say it never happens. And if it does happen, I'm human, and that's okay. It's
absolutely
okay. It really is. But it doesn't happen frequently. That's the truth.
And I think that's also just, it's a testament to when you've been doing this for as long as you've been doing it. Because I mean, let's be honest, this has been a lifestyle for you for a while. You know, the habit just really just becomes that. Just like we get up in the morning, we shower, we brush our teeth, or whatever your morning routine is. Not coloring outside the lines, as it were, for those 80% of the time does become easier when you're in that habit for a bit longer. It just takes time.
Absolutely it does. It definitely does. Initially, that's quite much harder in the beginning when you start, but as the time progresses, the 80-20 is pretty much easy to follow.
Awesome. Let's see if we've got any other questions, and then I'm going to jump onto some more questions my side. Nothing yet. Everyone is just commenting about the cravings, and please get a Toblerone replacement recipe. Esmery says.
That would be like epic, but I don't know how I would do that. I'd have to fly to Switzerland to get
Next project.
Yeah.
Esmery wants to know, how do you instill healthy eating habits into your children?
Okay, so from a young age with my kids, my husband and I always said that my kids had a list, and they were never allowed a list of more than 5 things that they absolutely couldn't stomach or eat. So we allowed them to try everything, and we would actually force them, even if it was something, not force them in a bad way, but if we were having like olives or something a little bit different to a normal kid's palate, we would always ask them to try it. They were never allowed to say no to trying something. They had to try it.
And I think that's the key there. It's actually not forcing. You're actually saying to them, listen, you don't know if you're going to like it or not. Just try it, even if it's a little bit. Taste it. Let your senses absorb what they're experiencing. And if you genuinely don't like it, cool. I'm not going to make you eat it. And that's 100%. Fine.
So I'll never forget my son. I think he was 3 years old, and I was eating cottage cheese. And I said, okay, you need to just taste this and see if you like it. And I'll never forget the moment he gagged. He literally gagged. And to this day, cottage cheese is on his no list. But
that's so funny.
He tried it, he didn't like it, and that's okay. But the rule is, you have to try it. You have to taste it. And that's what we've instilled in our children, is to try everything, and they're allowed to not have it if they really don't like it. But their list is not allowed to be more than 5 things.
So really growing their palate for foods and that's awesome.
Yes.
That's amazing. And also, I'm sure you'll know, I mean, geez, I'm not a parent yet, but I mean, with all parents, sometimes you do get, it is tricky. And remembering that as kids grow and they evolve, their tastes will change. So I'm sure, the 5 things that your boy has on his list, they've changed.
Yes. Absolutely. So at one given time, it can change. So, and that's exactly what it does. But the cottage cheese has remained. That one I haven't gone over yet.
Just changing gears slightly. Hels, do you have any pet peeves, like things that just grate you? You're just like, ooh.
I think a personality trait that I don't like arrogance. I think that's probably the only thing that I just can't relate to. But other than that, there's not really many things that freak me out.
Okay. And any any fears or phobias or anything, I mean, I'll give you an example. I am terrified, don't laugh, terrified of sharks.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't spend the day in the ocean, but they freak me out.
I think for me, snakes.
Okay.
I'm petrified of snakes. And I think I've wanted to start doing trail running for so long in Cape Town, but I'm just too scared that I'm going to come across snakes on the trails that I just don't.
I think find a group of people you can run with. Definitely. Yeah. Don't run on your own, because geez, those buggers will slither out of nowhere and surprise you. Yep. Tell me something, random question, but it's always a good one to ask. If you could have dinner with anybody, dead or alive, so they don't have to be currently alive on this earth, who would you have dinner with and why? It can be it can be someone personal. It doesn't have to be like a celebrity or someone that we may know. It can even be someone in your family or your friend circle.
I think I've got to say that if I could have dinner with anyone, it would possibly be with my dad's mom, who passed away, my gran. Because I feel like as a child, I never got to spend as much time as I ordinarily would have loved to. And I would have loved to have learned more recipes from her and learned a lot more things from her, because my time is very limited with her. So I know it might sound like really silly because it's not some famous person, but for me, that's possibly who it would be, my dad's mother.
Oh, that's amazing. Your granny, that's so special. And that doesn't sound silly at all. I think a lot of people can resonate with that. Having more time with someone who you didn't get enough time with. 100%. And as
I would have liked to learn a lot more Lebanese recipes and cooking and that kind of thing from her. So I think that's possibly why I would have liked to.
Oh, wow. So tell us a bit about your heritage then, Hail. So you've got some Lebanese heritage.
So my gran, who we are speaking about, is Lebanese, and my mother is British. So I'm half Lebanese and half British. Quite a combo going on there, but that's my heritage. Sure. Yeah.
That's very, very cool. And any languages other than English that you can speak?
No, I wish, but no.
Not for now, at least.
Yes.
Awesome. Someone just asked in the comments here, Hales, they want to know, what are your thoughts on supplements and vitamins as part of a daily routine or regimen?
Okay.
Like what do you do?
I do like supplements, but I try and keep my supplements to an absolute minimum. Glutamine is I take every single day. So glutamine helps with your muscle recovery. So for a lot of people who haven't trained or are embracing a training lifestyle, glutamine is really good for muscle recovery. It's also good for the tummy. Then vitamin C I take, and zinc daily. And I take a whey protein and pea protein every day. So I alternate between the two, either vegan protein or the whey protein. And then another supplement that I take is fish oil, krill oil. And that's about it. Those are the supplements that are my stock standard take every day. Collagen. I forgot about collagen. I take collagen.
So it's a really solid base, really strong foundation that you've built for yourself. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. Guys, keep coming in with your questions. These are absolute gold. They are beautiful. We've got about 4 minutes left, guys. So time with Hales is running out. It's just so sad. Gosh, Hailey, you and I are terrible. You can talk a hind leg of a donkey. I don't know where the time has gone. Shame. Someone has said here, not silly at all, Hailey, obviously referring to your gran. She says, I always wish for more time with my great-grandmother.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. Beautiful. So keep the questions coming, guys. And again, as I said, if Hales misses them in the next couple of minutes, no worries. We'll make sure that between her and I, we will get to them afterwards as well. Not a problem. Yes. Hales, maybe you can tell us a little bit more about like your morning routine. So waking up at 4 o'clock and then go from there. Like share that with us. So you waking up at 4, the alarm goes off at 4. Then sort of what is your how do you start your day?
So every day is started with my morning detox tea, which is warm water with half a lemon juice and apple cider vinegar. That's every single day. Then I just chill and relax for a few minutes while I drink that. And then I connect with my one lady in New Zealand, one of the ladies that I coach. And that's really because there's such a big time difference that I like to be able to communicate with her while she's still awake and it's like early-ish in the day for her. Then I get dressed and I either go for a run or I do a Jeff workout or I go to the gym. But my training is always 5 to 6:30 in the morning. And then after that, it's a rush. Kids breakfast, kids lunch, school drop, get dressed, brush teeth. So those are like the crazy hours from 6:30 till like 7:30. But then it's done, kids are at school, and then my Jeff day starts. My proper Jeff day. The best part of my day.
Amazing. Last few questions here. How did you come to join Jeff? So how did you hear about an opportunity to join the coaching team?
So my business partner, her name was also Hailey at the time, and we used to be business partners. She connected with someone from Jeff, and they mentioned that they were looking for coaches, and she approached me, and then I obviously took it up and approached Jeff, and was delighted to actually be offered the position after many interviews and little video calls and all those things. But it was literally, I say, that moment in my life has been like a blessing from, it really has been. It was the best thing that's ever happened, is being able to start with all the amazing people like you and the other people at Jeff. It really has been amazing. And to change people. I've got the most amazing people, the most amazing ladies that I coach, and really they are absolutely everything to me.
Beautiful. Last question, and it sort of ties in with what someone has asked in terms of one of the last few questions we've got here, but I'm going to sort of put a bit of a spin on it. Let's say, money is not a thing. Like, you don't have to worry about budget or anything. COVID is over. The borders are open. The world is your oyster, and you could go anywhere in the world on a holiday. Where would you go and why?
I would go to Tuscany in Italy. And that's purely just because from movies that I've watched, it just looks like such an amazing destination. It's old. It's got so much history to it. And I want to eat some pasta in Tuscany in a beautiful little coffee shop or a nice place. But Tuscany is the one place that I want to go to. It's on my bucket list, hands down.
Amazing.
Fingers crossed those years to actually get overseas. I turned 40 2 years ago, and I said I had never been overseas. And I said, when I turn 40, I'm going overseas. So whoever's with me, put your hands up. And it was my best friend and my sister, and the three of us went overseas for the first time in my life. And it was amazing. But I didn't get round to Italy. I did a park run in Paris, but I didn't get round to Italy.
Wow. Where did you guys go? Like, where specifically?
So we went to Tossa de Mar, which is in Spain. It was amazing. And then we had to do a park run in Paris. So we did that. We went to Paris. And then we went to Turkey. So it was those three destinations, and it was amazing.
Wow. Well, as I was about to say earlier, fingers crossed when the borders open that you can do that and make that happen. If not a family holiday, maybe another girls' trip with you and your besties.
Yes.
Awesome. Hails, that's all the time we have today. Thank you so much. This has been awesome. Always love our time when we catch up because, it's just, as I said, we could just go on and on and on. I don't ever think half an hour is enough for the two of us. But thank you so much for sharing a little bit of who you are. And it's just a small window into the amazing Coach Hailey. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Please keep your questions coming. There are a few questions here that I've missed. So between Hails and I, if I see something there, guys, I'll tag Hailey if she doesn't see it. But thank you so much. Keep the questions coming. And thank you, Hails, for your time. It's so good to see you.
Awesome. Thank you.
So good to get to know a little bit more of who you are. Thank you so much for sharing.
Cool. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.